We are back, and you're listening to The Adam Harman Show on Talk Radio, 790 AM, KABC. You know, we're back here again with our female profile and courage, Dr. Linda Ellison.
Hi.
And there we go. We got you back. That's great. Hey, listen, if you want to be able to see the beautiful and amazing faces and just funny faces like mine, you can go to our YouTube channel. That's The Adam Harman Show. That's Harman. The Adam Harman Show on the YouTube channel. We're also on Instagram, and we're also on Facebook. Make sure to check us out, support us, like us, and subscribe. Hey, there was a question I wanted to get into, Doctor, before we went into the break. Tell me. Tell me your question.
We'll see if I answer.
We'll see if she answers. She's playing hard to get. You know, when those guests come on, they get hard to get. It's a rough day, man. There you go. Can you tell us how you worked with the UN and helped people in Africa?
If you give me $5 right now.
$5 right now?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Her secrets.
$5. I slipped it to her under the table. Trust me on that one, folks. There we go.
I don't see it.
It's on its way. The check is in the mail.
I'll tell everyone else. Close your ears.
Okay, go ahead.
So when I finished graduate school at Harvard, I really wanted the opportunity to address health disparities among women and children, particularly in lesser resource nations. And so I applied and was accepted to a United Nations program called the Millennium Development Goals Project, which is a wonderful program and reaches people all over the world. But this project in particular took me to West Africa. So think of countries like Mali, Sierra Leone, Senegal, Ghana. And while I was there, it became obvious to me how food scarcity and poor nutrition can exacerbate illnesses and diseases that should be easily treated, but instead too often lead to premature death, really unnecessarily. It wouldn't happen here.
Wow.
But I realized that many women were the primary and the very best healthcare providers for others. And that was something that had largely been overlooked in the program when I stepped into it.
So like almost the concept of the medicine woman or the woman really leading the way as it related to the home therapies.
Well, really what I found was grandmothers are so key to communities, and my own grandmother was so key in my growing up, and grandmothers in my Mormon community were really revered as not just medicine women, definitely medicine women, but also elders in the community.
Like sages.
Very much like healers and sages. And same with tribes in West Africa. The grandmothers were going hut to hut, visiting people who were sick, visiting people who just needed some cheering up, visiting people to just say hello and spread community.
Right.
And so one of the programs I started was, instead of asking people to go to a clinic to receive medical care, to go out of their way and trust a Western doctor, usually some white guy.
Some white dude in a lab coat.
Exactly, that's the one.
I get scared when I see that.
Right? Doctors make everyone panicky, right?
Isn't that, there you go.
Wouldn't you rather have a grandma come to your very own house?
Yes.
Ride a little beach cruiser? One thing that we did
much more
was,
comfortable.
Yes. We shipped over a bunch of beach cruisers.
Okay.
One thing I did with this program was help grandmas learn how to ride a bike. So I'd be
Sweet.
holding them up on a bike, just like my dad used to teach me how to ride a bike. You know, you hold onto the seat and run and run and run. And here are these ladies in their gorgeous African cloth clothing, riding a bike, baskets on their head, and the little basket on the bike full of medicine.
That's awesome.
They were doing the rapid detection tests and delivering medicine to communities of people. And everyone's going to let a really sweet grandma into their house, invite her in for some tea, let her take your temperature, right?
Brilliant.
It's almost
Yeah.
like their female energy makes it to where it's comforting
Yes,
rather than an
it
alpha
is.
kind of an energy with
Yes.
males. That's
well, if you
awesome.
think about it, anytime, I don't know about you guys, but anytime I get sick, the first person I always want is my mom, not the doctor.
Right.
We're like, oh, wow, I feel yucky today. I'm dying to go see the doctor. That never happens.
And this is from a
literally
Harvard-trained
never.
doctor, by the way.
Right? I just want my mom or my grandma.
There you go.
So in these communities, communities, it was really successful to give the grandmas and the aunties the rapid detection tests and the
And this was for malaria.
medicine. This was for malaria, yeah.
Wow.
So that was amazingly successful just because we were able to get medicine into the hands of people who really needed it.
Yes.
And it was coming from people they really trusted and felt so comfortable with and trusted enough to say, okay, I will take these pills that I might not otherwise take, but I'll take this woman's word for it.
Mm-hmm.
You were the goddess of compliance at this point.
Take it for what it is.
I'll take goddess any day,
There
Adam.
we go.
Let's just up with goddess.
Let's just
Why
up-
do we need to limit it?
There we go. It's all good.
Come on.
So that is really good. So how much did that reduce malaria? There was like 86% reduction.
86%. If you catch malaria pretty early on and you're able to medicate it well and consistently, you do need some follow-up care to make sure that people aren't just swallowing the first set of pills while
Right.
you're there in front of them.
Right.
But again, if you have a grandma on her little pink beach cruiser riding to your house to make sure that you swallowed your malaria pills,
This sounds like
you're
a-
probably going to do it, right?
This sounds like a scene from Burning Man with grandmothers. You know what I mean? Just like beach cruising along, trying to cure malaria. Hey,
That
so
sounds really fun.
That
I don't know that malaria is ever that fun.
malaria, I hear, is not that fun. Hey, you know something? I really want to be able to applaud you as it relates to really saving so many lives for this. I'm sure there's a lot of other things you could have done after medical school.
That's so kind of you to say, but really it's not me doing any life-saving. This was me realizing that grandmothers are really powerful people all over the world in everyone's community, and that was the best way to provide mobile community health care, was to turn it over to these women.
I think we could all learn a little bit of a lesson from what you did over there, and thank you for that.
Thank you.
Speaking about things that people are thankful for and people are passionate for, I mean, what runs you? What are you passionate about these days?
Well, I love eating.
You love eating?
I love eating. I
Okay,
love
first of all-
food and
first of all,
nutrition.
you folks have to go on our YouTube channel. That's the Adam Harman Show. This girl's thin as a rail. Oh
my
gosh. Great shape.
I'm in decent shape.
Okay,
Thank
there
you.
we go. All right.
I wouldn't say that I'm thin as a rail, but I'm not trying to be.
There you go. All
I
right.
like chocolate cake way too much. I'm not cutting that out of my diet ever.
Don't do that.
No, it's not probably possible for me. I don't want it to be. I'm not going to find out if it's possible. Let's just say that.
All right. We're not going there.
So,
what else are you passionate about? What gets you up in the morning?
So one thing that I started in Africa was a women's community farm collective, which I loved. I loved that so much, to be able to plant food with people and have women come together and harvest the food and make the food together and feed people. And that just really fed me more than just my tummy.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of coming out of that experience, I've started a company for health supplements, some beauty supplements.
Really? I hear they're very interesting. Can you tell us more?
Oh, you're so nice to ask. Thank you. Well, my first product is a medical grade small molecule bovine collagen.
Okay.
And you can sprinkle that on any kind of food you're making. I like to put it in soup. I put it in coffee. Sometimes I throw it in a cocktail.
Okay, now let's
okay.
Okay,
Yes.
small molecule bovine. I'm starting. It makes me think funny
What?
things. What is this for?
It's almost like eating a light Botox treatment. It
Ooh.
really helps reduce lines, wrinkles,
Sign me up.
makes your skin kind of dewy,
Yeah,
a little tighter.
I took a look at this a little bit, and there's some pretty good research on this.
There's a lot of research on this.
Wow. And when it comes to these bovine collagens, many times their molecules are so large that they're hard to break down and absorb. This is a little different, isn't it?
That's such a good question.
There
You
we go.
know about this. You've been doing your homework.
Did my homework.
Professor Ellison will give you an A on that
There we
homework.
go.
Good job.
There we go.
Large molecule collagen, you're right, is not that absorbable to the human system.
Right.
Only between about 9 and 30% absorbable. The small molecule collagen, on the other hand, is 90 to 95% absorbable.
Aha.
So
In the protein uptake
makes a
sites in the jejunum, eh?
yeah.
I'm
Now
looking
you're
for-
just showing off.
I'm looking
Such
for
a show
extra
off.
points. There we go.
Extra
All right.
credit. Come
Extra
on.
credit. So what is the name of this wonderful thing?
So the company is called Nurax,
Nura, how do you spell that?
Nurax.
When is that going to come out into the public? I know you're working on it right now.
I'm working on it right now. It's out. It's out in secret.
You're testing it now, aren't you? Out in the public.
I am.
Ooh.
I'm carrying around a lot of little baggies in my bag.
And rolled up $100 bills? No, I'm only kidding. All righty. You know. I'm gonna ask you one last question before we get out here.
All right.
You know, and we have about 1 minute for you to go through it. All right.
All
here
right.
we go.
Tell me.
What are 3 things?
round.
There we go. Speed round. What 3 things can people do, and we ask this of all our guests, to basically make this a better world to live in? What do you think?
I would say 3 things to do with self-care. We really don't have that much influence at the end of the day on what other people do.
Right.
We can suggest things for other people to do, but we can really only do things ourselves, I would say. So 3 things that I do to make the world a better place is try to make me a better person by, 1, meditating.
Right.
Meditating calms me down, it raises my vibration, helps me have a little bit of critical distance, and
This is a Harvard
that's
doctor,
helpful.
okay? Go ahead.
So I was just at a flash mob meditation earlier today. It was so
There
awesome.
you go.
Second thing, obviously, eat. Eat well. Don't walk around your life hangry. Nobody wants that.
No one wants that.
And the third thing I would say is smile and take a breath before you react to anything.
Okay.
Don't personalize things. Just smile and breathe.
You know, Dr. Ellison,
You can.
I'd like to thank you so much. What's the name of that product then? Nurax?
Nurax.
Oh, there we go. Dr. Ellison, thank you so much for being a guest today.
Thank you.
On
Thanks
the
for
Adam
having
Harman
me.
Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Linda Ellison. All right, folks, we're going to take a short break, but stay with us. When we come back, we're going to really reveal the #1 reason why long-term relationships fail and how to turn that around. Okay, we're going to be coming back in just a few minutes, so hang in there.